Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the HFD Footy podcast, where dreams are made. Guys, welcome in. We've got a star-studded lineup today. I got a special guest in as well. But before we do that, King of the North, how are you, my friend?
G'day, guys. G'day, Johnny Carlton, and g'day, Swoops.
Yeah, Johnny Carlton. Welcome in, Johnny.
Boys, how are we?
Good to see you, my friend. And welcome in, Swoops, for the first time as a special guest. Welcome in, man.
Happy to be here. You know?
Yeah, massive Carlton supporter. So, welcome in.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're brand new, make sure you like, share. I don't even know where my subscribe button. Oh, here it is. Yeah, subscribe, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Everyone in the chat, welcome in. I'm going to go live on TikTok as well. Go live. Here we go. So if you want to catch us over there, we will be live on TikTok as well, guys. So welcome in, guys. What a round of footy. It was a crazy round. Unexpected, 100%. 100%. Roller coaster of emotions. If I'm the yin, then Johnny Carlton's the yang this week. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm up here, Johnny Carlton. Yeah. But then next week could be totally different, man. Next week I could be down there. Johnny Carlton could be up here. Collingwood could be anywhere. So it's just a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster season, and it's very hard to predict. But that's what you love about it, guys. That's what we love about it. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna start. We're gonna start and go straight into it. So the first game. There's all my games, man. All right. First game. It was on Friday night. There was two games Friday night. The Dogs versus the D's. We'll do that one first. 15-20, 110. Defeated the D's 9-5-59. The King did a watch along on this one. It was, the Dogs look good, man. They're looking good. They made Melbourne look second rate, and they're looking like a top four prospect. Now I know they're not in the top four yet, but after that game finished, they were in the top four, and they did tell the whole AFL world that they're here, and they're going to be a contender going forward. So definitely Western Bulldogs. We were saying during the year they're an up and down team. You get the good and the bad, but all we've seen lately is the good from them. So they're a force to be reckoned with, I believe. But they're looking good. Melbourne, as I said, they've copped a few injuries. They don't look the team to go all the way. I think they can still make it. Pretty sure they can still make it. They can still make the 8 mathematically, but it's going to be very hard. They've got some tough games coming up. So, King of the North, I'll go with you first. You did the watch along here. Are the Bulldogs the real deal?
I think they're a top 8 side, and they beat a Melbourne team that wasn't that great the week before. They weren't that great either. Treloar's had like 2 amazing weekends of footy. This week he's kicked 2 goals and 30 disposals. Bonampelli was on fire as well. They're just in good form, and when you got confidence and when you're on a roll, then you play well. But I don't agree that Melbourne are going to be a top 8 contender. I think they're done. The Bulldogs will be around and about for the 8. But good win for the Bulldogs, and they're in really good form.
Yeah, 100%. I'll go Swoops next. What do you think of the Bulldogs and Melbourne game, man?
Pretty much the game plan. The game speaks for itself. Bulldogs looking like one of the best, I think one of the most informed teams in the league. They absolutely dominated Melbourne. Like this game it never looked close. It never looked like the Doggies were gonna lose. I mean, let's be honest, Doggies. I mean, like if the Doggies kicked it more accurate, they would have won by like more than how many points they won. It would have been a much bigger blowout. So yeah, credit to the Dogs. They're firing Treloar. Absolutely, he's playing good. So is Bontempelli. They I don't know how to describe. They're just looking like a top 4 team. I don't know how they're not in the top 4. And Melbourne, they're cooked. Yeah, they're done. I said a couple of weeks ago they're done, and I think they're done. I mean, they've got a hard run home. I think injuries has taken a big toll on them. So yeah, I think they're done for the season. I think they have. Is it Port Adelaide coming up this week? If I'm correct.
Yeah, correct. In Melbourne, so that's going to be Bontempelli. Bont's had 33 touches. Treloar 30. Dale had 30. The big ball getters for Melbourne with Bowie with 25, Rivers with 25. So, it's just and I was looking at Clayton Oliver as well. It just doesn't look fit. We were watching it. I was like, this guy just doesn't look like an AFL player as much anymore. So I don't know what's happening with him. Johnny Carlton, did you get to watch this one, man?
Yeah, look, I went Melbourne just because they needed this win just to make sure their season was still intact. But fortunately, I thought it was going to be the bad Bulldogs this week, but unfortunately, they've got some good games in a couple of rows. They beat Carlton, they beat Sydney, now they're beating Melbourne. As you said, they've got the 3-piece, mate. Their backline's performing with Rory Lobb back there. They've got a brilliant midfield, and their forward line is probably the most dangerous forward line in the AFL right now. Look, Melbourne, unfortunately, their season's over. As what the King said, I don't think they're going to be top 8. I think there's better teams out there. So they'll regroup. I reckon Oliver's still a big player. If any of you asked, would you take Clayton Oliver in your team, you would 100% say yes. If you said no, you'll be lying to yourself. But as I said, he just needs Petrarca there. He needs his ally. It's like when you talk about Charlie Kerner not having Harry Mackay there. It's like Nick Dacos not having Josh Dacos there. You know, it's just he can't. But anyways, as I said, Bulldogs, they look the goods, man, and they're going to finish in the top 8, and they could be a worry team in September. So
He's had an easy run home as well. So
well, you know who else is really quiet? Jack Viney's being really quiet as well. Like only 13 touches, so he was really good. Like in the start of the year, and May's gone. May's injured now too, so. Doesn't help him at all. Yeah. All right. Well, that's that one now, guys. Before we go to the next game, I did forget I was going to mention this in the start. 2 legends of the game. I don't know if they call them legends yet, but Dusty will get legend status, I reckon, one day. Dusty retires after what? 3 premierships, 3 Norm Smith medals. The guy was, he was
And a Brownlow, no?
and a Brownlow, yeah. He was really good. Sad to see him go, but he retires. I thought he would have stayed on and went to the Gold Coast with Dimmer, but he's definitely not doing that. But good on him. Had a killer. He done everything he had to do. Brought Richmond back from nothing. They were always struggling, Richmond, and good luck to him. And also Tommy Hawkins, aka Vomitron. That's what my partner calls him. She can't stand him, but he was a good player. I think he's a 3-time premiership player as well. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
3-time? Yeah.
09, 2011, 2022.
Yeah,
so.
there you go.
3-time
So,
premiership winner.
yeah, no, he was a good player. Always, every time that Port Adelaide would play, he would always cause us trouble. So, no, he was a good player, and congratulations on an awesome season, fellas. Anything you want to say?
4-time premiership.
Oh, okay. Was he in the Was he in 07?
07, 09, 11, 22.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was he in 07?
Yeah, he was in the 07, yeah.
I try to erase 07 from my mind because
Don't mention 07.
Don't mention 07, man.
Some flashback.
Don't mention 07, man. Congratulations. Anything you guys want to add to that? King of the North, anything you want to add to that?
No, good on them. Had a great stellar careers, both of them, and enjoy the media spotlight.
Yeah. Sweeps, anything you want to say?
Nothing much. 2 greats of the game. Both retired. This is what it is,
Yeah, Johnny Carlton, anything you want to say about those two players?
Yeah, look, I don't respect Richmond, but I respect Dusty. What a player. He's probably one of the best players we've had in the last 10 years, after Gary Ablett Jr. Absolute star. And I think Dusty's still going to the Gold Coast, mate. I still think there's going to be a spanner in the works. I still think he's going to the Gold Coast. I think this is just an illusion.
Oh, really?
I agree with that.
I still think he's heading to the Gold.
Yeah.
And Tommy Hawkins, mate, one of the best key forwards in the last 10 years. Grew, mate, absolute phenomenal. 3 Colemans, killer, mate. He was absolute. Yeah.
Nathan goes superstar Dusty. Nathaniel goes he wants the warmth. Brisbane on top. 2 a.m. Batman and over in YouTube. Pat the Tiger says hello. How are you, Jamar? Hope they all go in commentary. Hi, Pete the Tiger. Yeah. All right, guys. As I say, congratulations to those two guys. All right, next game, guys, was Friday night as well. There was two games on Friday. It was the West Coast Eagles versus the Suns. 15-7-97. West Coast defeated Gold Coast 13-9-87. You thought that the Gold Coast were going to win away from home, and this was their chance to win away from home. And what do they do?
They absolutely fumbled it.
Yep. Unbelievable. I mean, apparently this game was off tap. I didn't get to watch it because I had to be up early in the morning the next morning. So, but the King was telling me like it was full on. That last quarter was probably some of the best footy you'll see like all year. Gold Coast still can't win away from home, and that's where they sit. They're not playing finals anymore. They're done, and it's you thought there was a bit of optimism this year with the Gold Coast. Dimmer's been there. They got a pretty good list, but they still just can't do it. So it's back to the drawing board for the Gold Coast. King of the North, you should watch this one. What are your thoughts, man, on the game? And West Coast look good.
Yeah, we flipped over after the Bulldogs Melbourne game. We flipped over and watched the last quarter of this one, and I'd have to say it was probably the most brutal quarter that we've watched in a while. Just like hard on the ball, the hits were fucking unbelievable, and West Coast and the crowd just got behind West Coast like full on. Like 50,000 people were just behind West Coast and got them home. So Waterman kicked 4, Yo was big, Cripps was big. Like all the big guns stood up for West Coast. Rowell was really good for the Suns. Anderson was good for the Suns as well. Flanders didn't get 50,000 disposals; he only got 25. So that's only 25 for him. So, but they've moved him now. I think he's in the midfield now, so it's going to, not get as many disposals. But yeah, it was fairly even. Like the Suns threw it away, I reckon. They had it there to win, and they just couldn't. I don't know what it is. I can't explain what happens with them away from home. It can't be. We thought it was the crowd having no crowd support, but I don't know. It's hey, still is, yeah. So
you're glitching, man. You're glitching.
I am glitching. Yeah, no, I'm all right now, I think. Yeah, so no crowd support, and just they can't finish off. So yeah, West Coast got them with 50,000 supporters behind them, and well done to West Coast. Another win.
Yeah, 100%. Nathaniel goes, maybe they get fatigued when traveling. Yeah, but bloody Perth, you could say everyone else travels. Like they cannot be an excuse. They cannot be an excuse.
Every team travels. So
that's right. Swoops. What'd you make of this one, man?
I mean, yeah. So obviously after the Bulldogs game, I chucked it on, and I needed the Suns to lose so we could go high above them on the ladder, obviously, to help our chances. So yeah, and West Coast came out to play in the last quarter. I thought the Suns had a good lead. I'm watching. I'm like, come on, West Coast, like, what are you doing? But then, yeah, they come from behind, they get the job done. The fans carried them over the line. Some of the big players stepped up. Gold Coast, once again, just can't afford to win an away game. So they're done for the season. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's sad for the Gold Coast, especially if you're a Gold Coast supporter. Like, you've been waiting for, like, how many years now that they've been in the competition since 2011, to make finals.
13 years.
Yeah, it's a long time. So, Johnny...
He'll make a final appearance before them, so...
Yeah, Johnny Carlton, what do you make of this one, man? The Gold Coast, I mean, they're not making finals.
Yeah, look, well, obviously West Coast have been in the media all week last week about their new coach and who is it going to be, and everyone's declining it and all that type of stuff. But look, they put that aside, and they got their first win under their interim coach, Schofield. So that was pretty good to see. As I said, both teams thought Gold Coast, they were never going to make it. They knew that their season was over last week after losing to Brisbane. But look, West Coast, they had nothing to play for, and they just rolled the dice in the fourth quarter, and they took on the game, and they prevailed with the win. As I said, man, look, Gold Coast, they don't have a lot of supporters. Yeah, at home they're a different team. You can see when they're down, and their supporters, like, they give them the voice and they give them the spirit. But it's just when it goes to away, you can't see them. And they're a young team. They need some experience just to go, look, guys, we don't have the support here. We need a lift. But they'll get there. I reckon next year, I think they'll get some middle-aged recruitments into their season next year. And they could be a force to be reckoned with next season, the Gold Coast. But yeah, as I said, it's just season's over now. Dimmer can now play around for the next couple of weeks, move players into different positions, and maybe find some new homes for different players. So also Brandon Ellis midweek retirement as well. So
there you
former
go.
Tiger. Gold Coast retired as well during the week.
Right. So. Everyone's retiring. Jeez.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Lycosius? Do you think he suits Dimmer's game style? I don't think he does. Like, I just feel like I think he struggles. He's just struggling, isn't he?
He struggles a lot. Yeah. You can
he's a good player, but
well, so.
He's touted as a good player, and I've seen him play well. But maybe he might have to move. I don't know. But, interesting stuff. All right, guys, in the chat, someone said, can I join the chat, lads? Unfortunately, because we're doing a podcast on YouTube and here, I can't do it. But we'll get onto TikTok one day, and we'll have a big chat with everyone on here. So we'll invite you guys in. Can I get a shout-out? what does that mean when someone says that? Like, say their name? Is that what they mean?
Yeah.
Say their
Yeah, say
name.
their name.
Say my name.
Lucas. There you go, Lucas. Well done. I never understand. Like, I'm gonna get a shout out. All right.
I get it all weekend.
Yeah, I know. It's like what?
Shout out, King.
All right. Roos versus the Tigers. This is Saturday. 14-6-90 defeated Richmond 10-17-77. Far out. Richmond missed a lot of they got a lot behind Richmond in this
17.
game. Yeah, 10-17. Yeah. Crazy.
You never win a game with bad kicking, so
Nah. So the North Melbourne did what they had to do. I thought that they were going to win anyway. I did tip North.
Same.
Obviously, does Richmond get the wooden spoon now? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, they've wooden spoon confirmed. So yeah.
So we did a watch along for this one on our other channel, and it went off. We had 70 people watching the King of the North, and he smashed it. Congratulations, man! That's a record.
I don't know how, but anyway, thanks everybody for coming in.
Congratulations. King of the North, I'm going to go straight to you because I didn't watch this one, but I saw some highlights, but it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't a great. Like the skills are pretty shit. I heard. Tell us about it, man. What do you think?
It was good. It seems that everybody likes to watch the wooden spoon, so it was one of the biggest views, lots of views we had, and people in as well. So it was very surprising. And the Kangaroos I thought the Kangaroos should knock over Richmond, and they did. Larkey was good; he got 5. McKershner, 31 disposals. Davies Ukala. Is it Ukala?
Luke Davies Uniac.
Yeah. 3. I'm on fire again, Johnny Carlton.
That's the best.
Three goals, 33 disposals. Uniac. So for Richmond, Prestia with 29 disposals and Baker 2 goals and 21 disposals. So yeah, they were good, and just a good confidence booster for the young players. And hopefully they get some confidence out of this.
Yeah. Swoops, what do you think of this one, man?
Yeah, obviously I tuned into the game. Obviously the wooden spoon, you got to watch it, see who really is the worst team in this league. But yeah, credit to North Melbourne. I mean, they are a good team. I honestly think North Melbourne are a better team what their ladder position really says. I think they got a lot of good young talent, and give them a couple of years, I can see them doing some serious damage. So as for Richmond, well, it doesn't look like winning. I mean, if you kick 10 goals, 17, you're never going to win a game of footy. So it's like, I don't know much to say. To any Richmond fans out there, I would like to formally congratulate you guys. You are the winner of this year's wooden spoon. So you can take the wooden spoon and have fun, because you guys, they're done. I think they're just bad, aren't they? I think they got a lot of big trades to do in this rebuild in the off season. A lot of draft picks. So yeah, it is what it is, Richmond fans. So good job on North winning, and yeah.
Yep, no worries, man. Johnny Carlton, your nemesis has got the wooden spoon. That's probably the highlight of the week, I reckon, for you. Like, if there's going to be a highlight, that would have to be the number one highlight. Did you do a bold call on this one? No. You did not. The bold call was Essendon. That's right.
No, it wasn't.
What was it?
St Kilda, Brisbane.
Oh, I thought you had the Essendon one. But you picked it. I remember you picked it.
I tipped Essendon.
You did.
But I did. That wasn't my bold call.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you think of this one, man? And North Melbourne, they did what they had to do.
Yeah. Look, right before going to the Carlton and Collingwood game, I had a little box with me. I delivered it right outside Punt Road. And when they open it Monday morning, we'll have a wooden spoon in it. So congratulations. So that was pretty nice. Look, North, they're going to be they're a rising team, North Melbourne. They have they're like a perfect team in a couple of years. They just need some of their young guns to get more games into them, and I reckon they're going to be damaged next year. I reckon they could be a Hawthorn this year, North Melbourne next year. They've had a lot of close games this year too. They could have won many more games. Look, Richmond, it's all over now. Dusty saw that and he goes, I don't want to be in the team with the wooden spooners. So he's on the way to Gold Coast. Liam Baker's going Freo. All their players are leaving. Jack Graham, Jack Graham, Shea Bolton, they're all going back.
Rioli wants to go to Gold Coast, so they're just done, aren't they?
Yep. So look, now it's time for a rebuild. I don't think their coach is going to last next year. To be honest, I think their CEO is going to sack him mid-year. He's just not it. He's not coaching experience enough. He's not coach worthy. So look, big rebuild in the off season. A lot of trades, a lot of pickups. They're going to get obviously the first draft pick. He's going to be really exciting. It's going to hopefully they don't come up fast enough, but we would like to see them come up soon again. Or Richmond fans would, but yeah, as I said, time to rebuild now. So,
yep,
and consensus between Collingwood and Carlton that they both hate Richmond.
Yeah, I hate Richmond.
At least you can agree with one thing, guys.
It's just, when you got family who support Richmond, and I was there, listening to them talk about we want free flags for 4 years. I'm like, give it a rest, mate. So watching Richmond finish last is beautiful. So I can't stand Richmond. So it's been a perfect week for me, but let's go on to this.
Well done to the Roos. Well done. All right, next game, guys. I was actually watching a bit of this because I was at the Port Adelaide game on the weekend, and this was playing just before it started. And I was actually barracking for the Crows because I wanted them to win because it helps Port Adelaide out in the 8. But and that's not normal for me because I can't stand them. But the Cats did what they had to do. 13-12-90 defeated the Crows 13-7-85. It was a seesawing event. The Geelong got the chocolates. The Crows didn't play a really bad game. I thought they put it up to Geelong. They could have easily won that game. A few things went their way, but it wasn't to be. And they lost. The Crows are just playing for pride now anyway. So Geelong has to win to keep trying to secure that top 8 spot. And Geelong, I still am not 100% convinced with Geelong. I still think they're not as good as everyone thinks, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the next few weeks? But they beat the Crows and did what they had to do, and I think they sit pretty comfortable in the 8 at the moment. King of the North, you watched the end of this one. Did you think the Crows were going to pinch it at the end?
I thought they were actually. Yeah. No, they tried hard. And the Cats just got him in the end. Cameron kicked 6, so he's had a massive game. Stewart, 28 disposals. For Adelaide, the Big Bear kicked 3. All the Rochelle haters, all you Adelaide supporters who hate Rochelle, he kicked 3 goals again, 14 disposals. Laird was good. He was good last week as well, 29 disposals. But Rochelle just keeps on kicking goals, Adelaide supporters, and you still hate him. So I don't quite understand that, but anyway, there we go. But no, they tried hard until the end, but just couldn't get there. And then the last couple of minutes, the Cats got them. So they've got. They just need to buy some. I don't know. They get some players back. They buy in the off season, and have a better year next year. So. Yeah, you can see the potential there, but it's just just a bit tough. Having the Bear down there in the forward line is a big help. It makes a massive difference. So we'll just have to see how they go.
Yep. Swoops, did you catch this one?
Yeah. Obviously, heading to the Carlton game, I was watching this game on my phone, and interesting game, this one. Adelaide are just a weird team, aren't they? I mean, 1 week, they'll pull off an upset, and then the next week at home, they'll get smashed by 10 goals. So, and it looked like they were going to win this game. I thought they were going to win. I generally thought they were going to win, but Geelong too good at home. Am I convinced on the Cats? Not sure. I don't know. Really, people hype them up a lot, but we'll see come September. As for the Crows, I mean, they're just again odd team. So there's nothing really to say about the Crows. But yeah,
Yeah.
overall good game. Yeah, pretty much it. Geelong get the win. So
Johnny Carlton, man, did you catch this one? You obviously going
Yeah,
to the
look,
game.
Yeah, look, I think we're all Adelaide Crow supporters this week.
Yeah.
For all our
We were.
teams. But yeah, no, look, as I said, they. Sorry about that. As I said, yeah, look, the big bear in the forward line, mate. Oh, I love the big bear. Oh, I
He's
love
good,
it.
isn't he?
He's
I
good.
love the beard. I love the
He's
facial hair.
awesome.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, look, Big Bear, he had a good game. Yeah, look, ever since I gave the banana of the week to Rochelle, he's like popped up now. He's like a superstar. I don't know. Maybe I should give more banana of the week to other people. Like as I said, I gave a banana to Jesse Hogan last week, and he killed it this week.
Oh, didn't he? He
Mate,
did. Yeah.
These bananas are going out flying. Anyways, yeah, no, look, Geelong. If I could change one team out of the 8 right now, it would be Geelong. And if I had to replace one team out of the 8 for Geelong, it would be Hawthorn. That would be the only swap I would do right now. I personally think Hawthorn are better than Geelong at the moment, but look, they got the win, they got the 4 points. I don't know how, but they're in it, and yeah, we'll see the next 3 weeks. As I said, a win is very important this time of season, so a win is a win, and they move on. So
yeah.
Did Hawkins? No, not Hawkins. Jeremy Cameron. Did he score 5 goals? Is that right? Did you say
6.
Yep.
Good 6.
that?
He bagged 6.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
Yep.
all right, guys. Quickly in the chat. Thoughts on the Bulldogs? We'll get to the Bulldogs shortly, my friend. Dockers to win the flag. Yeah, maybe. You never know. I don't think so, but nothing happening in the chat on YouTube. But yeah, the chat in TikTok's going crazy. But yeah, after we review each game, we'll do our tips, guys. So make sure you guys stick around for the tipping. Yeah. All right. Next game, guys. I was at this one. I was a bit shell-shocked, like everyone that was sitting there was. Port Adelaide,
Yeah.
22-16, 148, defeated Sydney, 5-6-36. What can I say, man? It's hard for me to articulate exactly how I felt and what was happening. Now, Jay Crom did come with me, and I told Jay Crom, you got to come to every Port game from now on because you are the reason we're winning. Because every time he comes to a Port game, we always win. So I'm like, dude, you're coming every time now. You're coming. If we make the grand final, I said to him, you're coming. You're coming, man. He's like, no, man, I can't. I go, dude, I'm going to buy your membership. He wasn't happy about that. But I was sitting there. Yeah, I mean, we rocked up there, sitting there. Yeah, scored a couple first goals. I'm like, oh, yeah, we're having a good first quarter. But then I looked at the Sydney Swans, and they hadn't even bought, because where I sit is where Sydney was scoring. So I was sitting on the southern end of the ground. So Sydney were going that way. And we unless you're looking at the screen, you couldn't see. I mean, you can see the play, but like it's far away, right? So I was like, far out, man. The ball's not coming down here. What's going on? And it didn't come down. It hardly went into their 50, and I couldn't believe it. And then, so we're up. I can't remember the quarter time score was. It was like, I think 8 goals, and then
It was 45-0.
Yeah, 45-0. And then the second quarter started, and then with 10, I think we're like 16 minutes in or something, and it's still 0. We're 71. I'll show you the score. I've got it here. I'll bring it up. So it was this score here, guys, on the screen. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. 11-5-71 to 0-0, and that was at the 16-minute mark of the quarter. So I was like, what is going on? Like, and Jay Crom is like, this is ridiculous. I heard commentators that were commentating the Collingwood Carlton game were going, is there a glitch in the score? They thought it was a glitch. The AFL app was a glitch, but it wasn't a glitch, guys. Port Adelaide smacked them. What can I say? Absolutely smacked them. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't know where that came from. Like, it was not. I thought it was going to be a close game. I thought it was going to be a close game. if we could just get over the line, maybe we can make a run for finals. But it was nothing like that. It was just an absolute annihilation. It was the best we've played for a long time. Like 4 quarters of just ruthless footy that I have not seen our team do. Now, you know, people will say, "Oh, yeah, but Sydney's in a bad form." They are in a bad form. They are in really bad form. But I can't believe they lost. Like to lose by that much, a top team is, for me, that's concerning for a top team. Now, I know Johnny Carlton, you've said, "Oh, they didn't care," but they're a top team, man. Like, you know, they could lose top spot if they lose. If Brisbane keep winning, they could lose top spot. I was looking into it mathematically, right, which is very rare. They should make finals, the Swans, but they could still drop out if they lose every game and like every team wins underneath them. It depends. They could mathematically like drop out. Isn't that like that's how close it is? It's that close.
Yeah,
but sorry,
just quickly about that. Just quickly, speaking of Sydney falling out the top, it's right because AFL come out and they posted on Instagram. It's just like no team has locked up a final spot, so it's still any spots up for grabs. So you never know what happens in this crazy season. But
it's crazy, man, to think that because I can't remember the last time this happened. Like it's so close, and it's So our percentage is now 113. We went from 106 to 113. We broke a few records. I think, like for to be in front of a team that's in first place. Last time that happened was 1925. I think it was Geelong. They were up by 70 points. We beat them by 71 at that time. So, crazy, absolute crazy. So, guys like Horn Francis was amazing. Rosie Butters, they were good. Yodiadi, we call him Yodiadi. He was excellent. He could have scored a few more. Rioli, I don't know. Rioli is one of those players that just, I don't know, it's like he galvanizes that forward line. And Asava, we love you now, man. I told you. Stay in the back line. I mean, no, stay in the forward line. Do not ever go back in that back line, and it's working. So, are we premiership contenders? Oh, look, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's the step in the right direction. If we can play like that against any team, I'm not saying we'll blow them out of the water, but we'll be very competitive, and we'll give it a shot. That's all we can say. So, can I trust my team? I don't know. You know, but you know what? I've been looking at all the teams. All the teams have had blowouts, apart from GWS. I reckon that I think their highest losing margin was 30-something points, and that was against Sydney Swans. I think every other team that's in that top 8 now has been blown away at some stage. So it's even there. It's even. So you know, every team's going through their dips. I think personally, we are better strategically. We're a better place than we were last year. Now I know the 13 in a row. Everyone goes, "Oh, we won 13 in a row." Yes, we won 13 in a row, but we were cooked after that. I think we're timing it a lot better this year. So, look, we'll see what happens. I'm not saying premiership. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I'm excited after that game, and we'll see what happens. We got some tough games coming up. We could still slide out of the 8. It's very possible, but awesome. It was awesome, man. Awesome. But the thing that pisses me off, like everyone's saying how bad Sydney is, like in the media, but no one's giving credit to Port Adelaide. Like if you look at the top 8 teams we've beaten this year, we've beaten a few. We've beaten Carlton. We've beaten now with Sydney. We've beaten Essendon. They were in the top 8 for a long time. We beat Freo. Beat the Bulldogs. There's a few.
We beat Geelong at Geelong.
We beat Geelong at Geelong. All right. So you know you got to give Port credit. They're not a bad side, and if you give us a sniff, then yeah. But look, I love it. I'm loving it. I love that game. But Sydney, I don't know what to say about Sydney. They're in really bad form, and they need to they need to lift because Longmire was not a happy man. Was not a happy man. King of the North. You were doing the Collingwood game.
Yeah.
When you saw the score? What was your reaction?
I was messaging you and Donnie at the game, going, "What the hell's going on here? What is happening at Adelaide Oval?" So it was just unbelievable. So, but just for Sydney, like Gordon got 25 disposals, and no other player in the team got more than 20 disposals. So that sort of tells you either Port were just like 100% on and just contained them and pressure and everything was good, but they didn't really have nothing. One goal here, one goal there, but not even 25 disposals, nothing. So, Drew, you got to mention Drew for Port Adelaide, 32 disposals as well, and Dixon. He doesn't do a lot down there, and we say a lot of things about Dixon, but he got 3 goals as well. So congratulations to the pair, and Sydney have to come back, and they're 2 points behind Brisbane. So if they lose against Collingwood and Brisbane win, then they go down to second, but still first or second is still all right. So you're still getting the home final, so it's still okay. But I watched the press conference after, and the coach just didn't know what to say. He was just lost for words. So bit of work to do for Sydney, and congratulations to the pair.
Congratulations, absolutely. It was there was one moment I was watching the game before I let Swips go. And Ollie Wines was like, he had the ball, and like it just felt like he was like had all the time in the world. There was hardly any pressure from the Swans, and it's like how can a team that's touted number one, like how can they not put enough pressure on these players? Like it was just a walk in the park, man. It was like I couldn't believe it when I was watching. I just could not believe. Ollie Wines was great, by the way. All right, Swips. Anything on this game, man?
I mean, there's only one thing to say. I think this is probably the most unexpected result this season because no one, and I mean literally no one, thought this was going to happen before the game. I took Port in a close one. I didn't think it'd be like this, but
No.
I'm at the Carlton game, and you know how they show the scores of some of the games around the grounds? And they put the score up on the screen, and it's 71-0 second quarter, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's not real. That must have messed up the scoreboard, but it was real. I couldn't believe it. And this is supposed to. I'm sorry, but this is the top team. This is the team who we all thought a couple of weeks ago that were the best team, going to make the grand final. I mean, they've had a shocking. I mean, we all going to Carlton's shit from horrible form of month of form, but Sydney, my God, I mean, absolutely dreadful. I mean, like, what do you? There's no defending that. I'm sorry, 112-point loss. You're the top team, and you're getting smashed by 112 points. Like, there's questions that need to be asked. Like, obviously, we saw John Longmire's press conference. He was absolutely fuming. And yeah, now they could lose top spot, and we play them next in Sydney. So I am not looking forward to it. But yeah, Sydney, absolutely disgusting performance. And you got to give credit to Port Adelaide. I mean, to beat Sydney the way they did, unbelievable. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yep. Before we go to Johnny, LRZ goes no clear premiership favourite. I think Brisbane are the clear favourite at the moment. That's what I think. So that's my opinion there. Johnny Carlton, you were at the Collingwood game, right? In the Carlton game, did you see the score on the board? Like, did you guys see the score on the board, like when you guys were at the game, or was it not shown?
No, it was shown, but well, look, I was with my two mates, and they're big AFL fans. One of them was next to me, was a Brisbane fan, so he was checking tabs on it, but he kept showing me every 5 minutes. And yeah, look, as I said, I'm sorry, but I know it's a blowout and I know it's a 100-point loss, but I'm not worried. If I was a Sydney supporter, I wouldn't be worried. You're still on top of the ladder. Yeah, you had one bad game, but I wouldn't be worried. I feel like it was a game that you didn't show up. A lot of teams haven't showed up this year, but as I said, Port Adelaide in Adelaide, they had their team, they had their fans around them. As I said, no credit to no disrespect to Port Adelaide. They're a good team. But, like, as I said, it's just I don't think Sydney have nothing to worry about. I think they're going to bounce back on Friday night. And I think they're going to say, well, guys, did you miss us? Here we are. So, as I said, it's just... Look, as I said, you have two of your stars out. As I said, you need to find a way without injuries. As I said, they've been amazing to start. They're probably still going to make the grand final in my eyes. I still think they're going to make the granny, but as I said, one bad game, you always need this. But lucky it's now and not in finals. So as I said, Sydney supporters, lucky it's now and not when it's in finals. So I have no worries about Sydney. I think they're going to be absolute fine. But look, Port Adelaide, they want to fight. They want to make sure they're in the 8. They don't want to miss finals. It's just it's bizarre how a month ago they were telling their coach to go get effed, and now they're thinking he's a god. So it's just ridiculous.
Hey, listen to me. It's not everyone, man. Only a select few were booing him. I didn't boo him. No one else booed him. So
you can't deny that half of those fans on that game on Saturday night was kicking him out a month ago, and now they're cheering him.
Yeah. After it was after. I remember it was the Brisbane game.
They were booing him 100%. They were booing him, and that was because it was a commemorative game. They were playing Brisbane, and they put up a performance like that.
Yeah.
And 12-year tenure. It just felt like his time was done. But obviously, he's got I don't know.
Exactly. You guys thought his time was done. Obviously, you guys are not the coach. The fans are not the coach. Are they? Are the fans?
No, they're not. They're not. But mate, which AFL team or supporters aren't fickle, man? There's a lot. It happens all the time, man. This kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
They were doing it to Damien Hardwick. They did it to your club. Did it to Voss last year. It's the same shit.
They did. Yeah, they did. It's just bizarre how a month ago.
Oh, trust me, man. Let me just tell you one thing, Johnny. All right, I know there are Port supporters that I know personally that still, to this day, even after that, they still hate Hinkley. I know. I see it all the time. They're like, nah, they're shit. Like, they're still the same. Like, I've always said there's nothing more that I would like to see than to see Ken Hinkley lift the cup. There's nothing more I'd love to see than that right now. Now, I don't know if he's going to get it this year, but this game, what he's done in the last month, you never know. But yeah, no, look, I don't condone it. I think booing is fucking shit. I didn't do it. I got a soft spot for Kenny, but yeah, I thought his time was up. 12 years, I thought his time was up, but I'm glad that he's come out of the woodwork. I'm glad. I'm so glad that he's fighting. He's fighting, man, and it's great. He's got his team playing, so I'm excited for what's to come. We'll see what happens, but we can't get too excited because these wins do make you, false hope sometimes. So you got to be careful because I've been hit before. So, but the thing also about Sydney, you say they're nothing to worry about. It's just the only reason I would worry. The only reason I know they're top, is because they've had. In the last 4, they've lost the last 4 out of 5 games, right? The only team they've beaten in the last 5 weeks is North Melbourne. No, was it North Melbourne? Yeah, North Melbourne. Now, they did have a good game against Brisbane. I think it was a close game that could have won that one. But, it's just, there's worrying signs for me when last week Bulldogs annihilated them. Not annihilated, but like really got a hold of them. And then Port Adelaide just smashed them. So it's just, yeah.
It's the same thing as Carlton. The last 4 out of 5 weeks, Carlton's only beat North Melbourne too.
Yeah, I know. So I'm concerned about Carlton as well. I am. I'm concerned about both teams, and they were both the top 2 coming in. Like, so I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they won't win it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, if they get smacked again like that, like this week coming, I'll be concerned. I would. But that's me.
Oh, but no, just real quick. Yeah, it's just crazy how the season. I think go back 6 weeks after Carlton beat Richmond. I think we were all thinking that it would have been. I thought it would be Sydney Carlton top 2, lock it in. Everyone else could fight it out. And now all of a sudden, both of them are in horrendous form. So yeah, it's just. Season,
yeah, it's weird. But look, then again, 3 weeks, they could turn it around, man. I don't know. It could happen. You just don't know. This season's so unpredictable, man. So, but we'll see.
Anything can happen.
100%. 100%. All right. Before we go to the next one, it's been a confusing season. Yes, Nathan, it has. I wouldn't lose any sleep if Carlton continue losing, says Alana. Okay, so it must be like a Collingwood supporter. Nothing else. All right. This is the one we're waiting for, guys. I know that Johnny Carlton probably doesn't want to speak about it, but it has to be spoken about. And it was far out. 12-12-84 Collingwood defeated Carlton 11-15-81. I'm not going to really say much about it. I want you guys to have your little thing. So, but I will say I did have Carlton as winning this one. I did tip them. I thought they had to beat Collingwood. Collingwood haven't been in great form. They did beat whoever they beat the week before. I can't remember who it was. Who they beat the week before?
We beat Richmond.
Yeah, I mean Richmond.
It was so unconvincing.
It was unconvincing, and a lot of Collingwood's had a few injuries. They do have McStay came back, but they just don't look the same team as they were last year. Collingwood. And I just thought Carlton, after they lost to Port Adelaide the week before, I thought they're going to come out, they're going to flex their muscles, and we're going to see Carlton. We're going to see Carlton, the old Carlton, the one that was, blitzing Adelaide Oval, eight goals at the end, that's the Carlton that I thought was going to come out, but it wasn't to be. I thought it was just, they had to win that one, and it's just, it is what it is. Collingwood got the job done. I thought Cripper, he played his heart out. He always does, man. That guy, if I could have him in my team, I would have him any day. Cripper, he's a legend. But for Collingwood, Pendlebury, got 27 touches. He was amazing for his 400th. Congratulations to Pendles. He's a superstar of the game, and they did it for him. I just think sometimes when teams have got something to play for, they always especially like Collingwood at the MCG, they turn up, and that's what they did. So, but McGovern had the chance to win it, and I thought when I saw him mark it, I'm like, oh, he's got it, because I've seen him kick a goal after the siren before against the Crows, and I was like, no, when he was at the Crows. And I was like, oh, he's got it. Carlton have won this, and then he sprayed it, and I was like, what? Yeah, so it is what it is, guys. I'll quickly go to King of the North. King, you watched this live. We got a recording of you on TikTok. Everyone's complaining that you didn't react the right way.
Not enough emotion. Sorry about that, TikTok, for my disgraceful behaviour at the end of the game. So I will do better next time. So just bear with me. I was a bit sick, but anyway, it was just disappointment, really. Just to see, there's a couple of stats where, firstly, let me say congratulations to Pendlebury for 400th, and they got the win. So good on Collingwood. But for Cripps and Walsh to get 30 disposals, and for Cripps to get a goal, and Hewitt to get 32 disposals, and the rest of the team is thereabouts, these two players can't drag the fucking team for a win. These two players are trying their heart out. Walsh gets tagged for fucking 2 weeks, the previous 2 weeks, and just couldn't do anything. But this time he gets the numbers back up again, and these two guys can't fucking drag the team over the line by themselves.
I love the swearing.
It's just not it's just not good enough. We've been watching this team, and I feel for Johnny Carlton because because of, you know, he wants he knows his team is good. And the small forwards didn't play like they should. Wiedering can't be the back line by himself. He has, so I don't know. They just can't. It's really disappointing. And the reason that I've just didn't have anything at the end and I wasn't angry or whatever is because we've been watching this crap for 5 weeks now and it's the same shit over again. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 was terrible. The last quarter was the only quarter that they went, oh, fuck, we might as well play now and try and win. It's too late. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it to you boys to do whatever. But yeah, it's just very frustrating.
All right, there you have it. The king went bang. He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy, man. So there's your passion there, ladies and gentlemen. Come back and see it. There you go. There's your passion.
I love that.
Oh jeez. All right. I don't know. Do you want to? Should we go Swoops first, and Johnny Carlton can go next? All right, Swoops. You were the winner of the night. Did you, when McGovern had that mark, were you shitting bricks? Because I would have been shitting bricks. That's okay, man. Did you get the question? Did you hear my question?
About the McGovern miss. Oh yeah, just to quickly say, yeah.
What happened? Wait. Your mic's gone low, man. What happened?
Oh, yeah. All right, can you guys hear me better?
Not really.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you, but it's very low. Like you had it good before. What'd you do before?
All right. Touch my headphones, mate. They were dead, so I couldn't, I had to improvise. But yeah, about the McGovern miss, mate. When he marked it, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I've got my hands over like this. I don't want to look. I was thinking 2017 all over again. I'm like, please, I'm praying, please miss. I cannot take a loss to Carlton. I refuse, right? I did not want to lose to these guys. So when he missed, it was euphoria, man. I lost my voice that night. It was great. But the game itself was just coming into the game, all week. Pendlebury's 400th, the build-up, the rivalry, had Carlton fans, my mates, everyone I knew who supported Carlton is blowing up my phone, saying they was going to beat us, that they were going to... I was hearing a lot of people say Carlton were going to end Collingwood season. I'm like, okay. You guys, because, yeah, I'm just... A lot of talk from the Carlton fan base, but all right, I was like, wait. I was just like, I'll wait until the game, and the game played out, and we were on, like... Yeah, we just played well. Every player played their part, like Dacos did the madness, obviously. Pendlebury game 400 dominated, the only negative is the goalie out for the season. I'm just like, what's going on with him? I'm like, why play him? Like, I know it's a big game, and then he just gets injured. Now he's out for 10 to 12 weeks. So I'm thinking, yeah. And then just yesterday, Mitchell and out for the season as well. I'm like, great. So yeah. But yeah, I'm in the first quarter, Carlton kicked 8 points, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And then Harry Mackay kicks that goal. So yeah, but yeah, Darcy Moore did his job on Kerno, kept him to 0 goals, by the way. What? Is this something you want to say, Johnny? But anyways, yeah, he kept him to 0 goals. I think Mackay had the one. Frampton did his part, just everyone on our team did our part. But I will say this though. I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy we beat Carlton, but I'm frustrated about the way it ended. Like, we were 32 points up in the last quarter when Elliott kicked that goal. I'm thinking this game is, hopefully, I'm like, yeah, we'll absolutely run over them. And then Carlton just kicked 6 goals, and then we had to rely on McGovern miss after the siren to win. So yeah, not the best ending, but yeah, it just sucks. And I've done some light reading, guys. So I like to read, right? And basically, what I've done is, right? So I've decided to get a book. Let me just get the book out.
Oh my god!
Can you guys? Can you read? What does it say? What does it say? What does that say? It says Can you guys read that?
Carlton fan
book of Carlton fan excuses. Jeez, here we go.
Dear, oh dear, we've got 2 books.
2 books, jeez. I didn't know.
This-
I thought there was going to be 1 book ever.
Yeah.
No, it's just one book, so I've just taking the time out of my day to meet the excuses because May. They had a whole lot of them after the game, so let's start off with the obvious one. Oh, but here we go. But Collingwood got all the free kicks. Are we watching the same game? Collingwood had more free kicks on the night. Like, I'm sorry to tell you guys, but you guys had more free kicks on the night. How was it our fault? Like, we were getting the calls that, and it's like, yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons the excuses I was hearing. And then here's another one. Oh, but Mason Cox was getting all the calls. Stop holding him in the contest. Every contest he went up for, he was just getting held onto by Newman. So, they're just holding on to him. I'm just thinking, like, get off him. It's as simple. It's a free kick all day long. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I think the final excuse was, but we were robbed, and like, no, there's no excuses. You shot yourselves in the foot, Carlton. You kicked 15 behind. They had 12 behind in the second quarter. Okay, it's not our fault that we wanted the game more. We wanted the game more. We wanted to win the occasion for Pendle, and we got the job done. Like, I don't know what to tell these Carlton supporters, man. I'm not saying Johnny. This is not nothing to do about Johnny. I'm just saying the Carlton supporters I know personally. They're a salty bunch, are they, mate? They can't take a loss, especially when it comes to Collingwood. And I've just found some stats. Here's some stats for you guys real quick. The last 28 games Collingwood and Carlton have played, we have won 22 out of those 28 games. So, and here's another one. Here's a crazier one. Carlton in the last 14 years, they've won the games we've played against them in the last 14 years. They've only beaten us to 6 times in 14 years, by the way. And here's my favorite one. Here's my favorite stat, right? The last 6 games we have played against Carlton, 4 of them have been under a goal. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? So yeah, I've said what I've wanted to say because I don't even care how the season ends for us, honestly. I don't care if we don't make the 8. We beat Carlton twice. I'm happy with that. I'll take that all day long. As for Carlton themselves, I think they got to win against the Hawks. Surely they win against the Hawks, right? I mean, if they don't, then are they cooked? Who knows? But look, I'm happy for us. Unfortunately, yeah. Like I said, the only negatives are the goalie out for the season, Mitchell out for the season. Like I was questioning, is he ever going to come back this season? But never looking like it. So yeah, and now massive win, and we're in it. The season's still alive. Never write the Pies off. Everyone. I'll be honest, everyone including myself, I kind of wrote us off after the Hawthorn game, but 2 wins on the bounce. We have a hard run home. I'm not saying we're guaranteed finals. I'm not saying that. But we have a chance. We still have a chance. I mean, we've got to go to Sydney to play the Swans. They're coming off a belting, so I'm not looking forward to it because I feel like the Swans might just come out and just bang, 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 beat us. But, I back the boys. I'll back this team. I think we can go to Sydney and get the job done. If we win on Friday night, I think we make the 8 because after that, we have 2 more games at the G. Both at the G. No more interstate for us. So, yes. Johnny Carlton, take it away, mate. I've said what I wanted to say. Up the Pies, nothing better than beating Carlton. So, take it away, man. That's all I'd say.
Johnny, it's it's the first time that someone's on this show has said it like gone against you because we've always we know that we don't really hate Carlton that much, but what do you got to say, man? What's your response?
I would hear this.
I think I have an ear infection after hearing that shit. These Collingwood fans are clueless. I'm telling you right now, they are clueless. They're wannabes. First of all, there's one book and one book only. All right? Grab your book up your ass. All right? There's one book and one book only. All right?
That's good. That's good.
We did. We thought there was one book. Yeah.
These people wannabes. Anyways. All right. This is, I'm just going to pay attention to the screen, and this is nothing towards no one. It's just between Collingwood and Carlton. Now, obviously, between Collingwood and Carlton, doesn't matter where you guys are, where anyone is on the ladder, it's always close between Collingwood and Carlton. Carlton can be last on the ladder, and Collingwood can be on top, and it would still be a close game. All right? It's a rivalry. The only thing is, Carlton, just were putrid midweek. No G up, no passion, no rivalry, nothing to talk about the rivalry. All we heard about was Scott Pendlebury's 400th, and congratulations, what a superstar, yeah, amazing player. All right, respect where respect is. But as I said, obviously they were going to win for Pendlebury, right? Now the thing is, after being in Carlton, they're going, oh, we're back. Our season's alive. You've only beat Richmond. Like, relax. Who do you think you are? 2 weeks ago after Hawthorn, you were like, oh, we're going to enjoy our September holidays, and now you guys are back.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious? Anyways, that's about Collingwood. They're a joke of a club, and if they're not making finals this year, so good luck to you. You can stay and enjoy your September holidays early while Carlton's playing finals. But anyways,
If you make the finals.
we'll
If you
definitely
make
make
the
a final. Okay, this is my time, yeah? You had your time.
Okay, go.
Anyways.
You're right. Go.
Anyways, look, as both of you know, my HFD boys, as both of you know, I'm a passionate Carlton supporter, yeah?
Yep.
11:30, I got home. I was on a little Carlton podcast, right? Before I went on TikTok and all these things. I was talking to a Carlton mate. I said to him, we're 11:30 on a Saturday night saying bullshit about these players who don't give a fuck about how they play. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. This year, we have not even played a full four-quarter game. Right? There's no game this year that we have played 4 quarters. We are not known for a fourth-quarter football person. We are not. The last 5 weeks have just been a wake-up call. The thing is, we haven't seen success in, 10 years, and except for last year. We're on top. We're second on the ladder, top 2, right? 3 games clear of the rest. 6 weeks to go before the bottom end of the round. And they're like, oh, yeah, we can relax now. Look what happens when you relax. We've only won 1 of the last 5, right? As I said, look, personally, as a Carlton fan, besides Cripps, Curnow, Walsh, and Wiedering, who's our good players? I'm telling you right now, who are our good players? Besides Cripps, Curnow, Walsh, and Wiedering, they're our A-graders. The other 20 duds don't know what they're doing each week in and week out. All right? As I said, look, as respect, look, I'm not a coach, right? And I can obviously tell I'm not a coach. But the way we play, everyone knows how we play now. All we do is kick it down the line. Against Port Adelaide, we were kicking it down the line to a Jesse Motlop, who's not even that tall. He's a small forward, and we're kicking it down the line to Jesse Motlop. Look what happened when we used the corridor in the last 10 minutes against Collingwood. They shut their pants. They did. They had no answers. Collingwood had no answers. Cripper, mate, it was a one-man show. It was clearance after clearance after clearance. They had no answers, Collingwood. See what happens when you actually use the corridor and you actually play to your abilities? It's a crazy game. If we played like that 2 quarters, I'm just saying even 2 quarters, we would have beat Collingwood by a while. We were all over Collingwood in that first quarter. We had 12 scoring shots to 4. Imagine if they were all accurate. Imagine if they were all goals. Imagine if it was an 8-goal lead to a 3-goal lead. Just imagine. But no, unfortunately, we're too selfish. And what blows my mind is they say Darcy Moore shut down Charlie Curnow. Darcy Moore wasn't even on Charlie Curnow the whole game. So you can't classify Darcy Moore shut down Charlie Curnow. Charlie Curnow has kicked a goal in the last 67 games before this. And because he doesn't kick a goal one game, he's disappeared. He's the 2-time reigning Coleman medalist. Have you guys, because you've won your premiership, you guys think, oh, we're delusional. Well, Carlton don't exist. Carlton don't do that. Carlton don't do that. I'm telling you right now, is there anyone in Collingwood that won the Brownlow? Has anyone in Collingwood won a Brownlow? Didn't think so.
No,
Anyways.
no one's won a Brownlow.
Thank you very much. My point exactly. Now, as I said, moving on. If we lose to Hawthorn, yes, it's a danger game. But I personally don't think. I think if we lose to Hawthorn, I think it's the next 2 weeks need to be a must win. If we beat Hawthorn this week and other teams go our way, we're easily back in the top 4. What are Collingwood fans going to say now? What are Collingwood fans going to say when we beat Hawthorn? Nothing. Absolute nothing. Anyways, as I just said, I was heartbroken. I was numb. I personally didn't think McGovern was going to kick that goal. I personally, in my mind, I said to my mate, he's not kicking it because he was talking to the umpire, mate. He was telling the umpire, "Do I go this? Do I go that? Do I go that?" He was taking way too long. He was just trying to waste the clock. He had no clue. I knew it was all over. We lost that game. I'm not blaming it on the umpires. I'm not blaming it on Collingwood. We lost that game. Carlton lost that game. All right, and Collingwood, they're no good. They're no good. They're actually no good. If Carlton actually played 2 quarters of football, we would have won. We played 10 minutes of fucking football. 10 minutes of football. And we kicked 5 goals to 0.
Yeah.
Just wake up to yourselves, AFL.
So what about what's happened with Chera? Like, he got injured, is that right?
Oh, mate, he's soft as tissue, mate. You can rip a tissue and that's Adam Chera for you, mate.
Yeah.
That again.
Who else? Did anyone else get injured? Did anyone else get injured in that one?
Cottrell got injured.
Yeah.
Charlie Curnow got injured.
Yeah. Okay.
As I said, mate, it's the injuries are no excuses, mate. Chera can go back to Perth for a week. I really don't give a shit. He's just soft as tissue, mate. But as I said, it's just I feel sorry for Cripper, man. He's done everything, that bloke. He carries his team every week in and week out, and all he's asking is for a little bit of his mates to show up and protect him as well. But he's not getting that. It's just pathetic from Carlton.
So if you guys lose to Hawthorn, is that? I mean, you can still win.
The only thing is, if we lose to Hawthorn, top 4 is over.
Okay, but you can still make it. You can still make the 8
easily.
Yeah,
We'll
you got some easy.
We'll still nearly be in the top 8 if we lose.
Yeah.
Can we just acknowledge? Can we just acknowledge the fact that these guys were sitting? Where were they?
Second,
just a couple weeks ago. Johnny, give me an answer.
Second. Are we still in the 8?
No. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, how can you go from sitting top 2? I thought they had top 2 locked up, if I'm being honest. But how do you go from second to possibly being out of the 8 if hence they lose to Hawthorn?
It's just the team.
Absolutely
Like it's like you said, it's just the team. Like, you've got to have a team winning a game. You can't have 2 blokes or 3 blokes or 4 blokes trying to win a game.
How can I answer that? How can I answer that? Imagine asking you, why was Brisbane in the bottom 4 2 months ago? Now they're in the top 2. Give me a reason why they're in the top 2.
They're a good team. They play. All their players do their part and they just win. So it's not like Carlton.
So why were they shit in the first half then?
Premiership.
If they're a good team,
grand final hangover, but
grand final hangover. They didn't win.
No. They started poorly, flipped the switch, and now they're in the top 2 and possibly going to be first because they're going to be relaxed to beat Sydney.
You can't say these questions and don't have answers for it.
You just got to get there.
Exactly. You got to get there. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. Even freaking Port Adelaide can win the premiership. It's anyone's game. How can you say Carlton are out and because we were second a couple of weeks ago, now we're 8th? You think Carlton can't win the premiership?
I'm just saying how they went from just had the downfall. It's like I thought, some of the games you guys have lost in this past month. I thought, they should be wins, but it's not
for sure.
It's not easy to win.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
thought the GWS game, you guys were up by a lot. Figured, you win, but you got rolled.
Okay, but
I just feel bad.
But look on that. GWS 4th on the ladder. Bulldogs in the top 8. Port Adelaide in the top 4.
No. I'm talking. Yeah, but they weren't at those exact ladder positions when you played them.
Doesn't matter. Did we have injuries?
Everyone has injuries, though. That's the
thing. But am I saying
we had?
Am I saying? Well, you guys are basically saying you guys are injuries too. So I don't get it.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying how it's crazy to think that you guys were second a couple of weeks ago and now you're sitting 8th and potentially could have the chance to be out of the top 8. Hence, if you lose to Hawthorn, which is a possibility. So that's what I'm trying to say.
It's a big if. So
They've
Look,
got to. They've just
It's not
the
even a big
team. The team itself, the whole team, has to get its act together very quickly because they're coming up to finals.
Yeah,
That's
because
what it comes
look,
down to.
look, looking
you
at
guys-
looking at
you guys
looking at
probably
John
most-
looking at Johnny Carlton, he's disappointed. Like that was second. Anyone that's second and now they're what, eighth or whatever, you'd be disappointed. Like, you know,
Yeah,
and that
sure.
goes to
Yeah.
you know, personnel, goes to coaching as well. I thought when Port Adelaide played them, I thought we outcoached them that day, and they were they had their best forward was out. He just sometimes he goes through, like, teams go through these lulls.
Ask Essendon fans too.
Mm.
That's
They
right.
was-
It's
They
the
was,
same.
they was second on the ladder. They were second on the ladder, and then everyone rid them off last week.
Yep. Everybody thought that Freo were beating them.
Yeah, I thought that. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. You guys had a good battle. It was a good game. At the end, it was a good, like, to watch. It was a cracker of a game,
It was.
and
It was a beauty.
it was
Yep.
good to see. Look, maybe that form that we saw Carlton come back in. I'm just talking to Johnny now and the King. Like, if that form can continue now through the next games, because you guys look like you were back to your best in that last quarter. So, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that could be the catalyst for your return. But it starts.
And I hate to say it, but when Chera wasn't in the side, the team plays better. So when he came back in the side, then they started to lose. So I'm not saying that he's to blame fully, but something happens to that side when he is in the side.
Yeah.
So he's out now. So we'll see what turns around.
When's DeConing back?
Just quickly. And,
Before finals.
Yeah. Swoops, what you were going to say quickly before we go to the next one?
I was going to quickly say that Adam Chera, he's got a lot of injury problems. What's his fifth hamstring injury or something? Like, I wouldn't. Yeah,
Yep.
so problems. Yeah, bro.
All right, guys. Well, we went through that one. That's we can talk all day about it. But look, big game next week for the Blues and Pies. So, all right, next game, guys. Let's go fly through this one. GWS versus Hawthorn. Far out. 12-12-84 to 12-10-82. Hawthorn had this in the bag. They were like 20-something points, 25 points up in that fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, GWS, they were leading the whole game. Then GWS, bang. They decided to play, and they pinched it from the Hawks. The Hawks, I mean, that would have been a good win. If they had won that game, the Hawks, it would have been, they wouldn't have been in the 8, but they've been very close. So, can the Hawks bounce back next week? I don't know, but GWS, they did what they had to do. I thought the Hawks would have just ran them with it. They were like 5 goals up at one stage, and they couldn't get the job done. So good on GWS, but the Hawks, they're vulnerable, but they could go nuts next week against Carlton. But then again, Carlton could do the same. So interesting game. GWS got the chocolates. King of the North, you watched this one? It wasn't as good as the other Hawks games you normally go to. But,
no, it wasn't. No, normally it's a really good, exciting game, and they are on. But there was something not right with the Hawks. Now, whether it's tiredness, and I wouldn't be surprised if the young blokes are tired. They've been playing amazing football, win after win after win, but they just seem to be a bit off and a bit slow, and their pressure wasn't as hard. But they were still leading. Like, they were still leading every quarter. They come into the last quarter leading 28 points. But GWS found a way. Hogan, Green. When Hogan and Green are on, then GWS go well. Whitfield, 37 disposals. Hogan, 5 goals. Green, 3 goals. Amon and Newcomb had a good game for the Hawks, 30 disposals each. Ambrosio had a really good game. He kicked 2 goals and 22 disposals, and Meek got 42 hitouts in the middle. So they just seem to be not quite the Hawks that we've been watching. And if they were, then they would have beaten GWS. I thought they were going to beat them, but they just didn't. So GWS keep in that top spot up there, and still a danger in the top 8.
Swoops, did you catch this one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Sorry, I was just doing my best 4-4 impression. But anyways, yeah, the Hawks, mate. They were up the whole game, you know. Obviously, I needed the Hawks to lose to hopefully help us go above them. But I wanted the Giants to win, and they won. But I don't know how the Hawks threw that away. I mean, they were up for practically the whole game, and then the Giants just came storming home in the last. I think it was Tom Green who kicked the winning goal, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he kicked the winning goal. And yeah, Giants needed that because they've got a tough run home. Their run is not looking good. It's a very hard run for the Giants. I think they go to Brisbane to play Brisbane, so they had to win that week. So yeah, I think the Hawks, it can still make the A, but I don't think they will. I mean, if they beat Carlton on Sunday, I think if they can beat the Blues on Sunday, I think they are, because I think they'll make the A, because after that they got North and Richmond, and I don't see them losing any of those games. So yeah, credit to the Giants for the win. You know, they came back, they got the job done, did what they have to do. Still a chance to make the top 4. And as for the Hawks, yeah, they're just gonna prepare for a massive game on Sunday. But yeah, sucks to let that one slip.
Yep. Johnny Carlton, did you watch this one, man?
Yeah, I did. Look, as I said, Hawthorn started off fire, and mate, they've been playing really good footy the last 2 months. As I said, they've got a lot of spirit. The young boys are stepping up, but unfortunately, look, everyone has a bad day, and they run out of legs in the fourth. Giants just needed that win. They knew their season was on the line, and they chucked everything at Hawthorn, and yeah, unfortunately, heartbroken for Hawthorn fans. A minute to go, and Tom Green scores a goal. So look, as I said, Hawthorn, they're still in it. They're not out of the season yet. As I said, if I was Hawthorn support, I would be really happy with how you guys are playing right now. Still ninth on the ladder. Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're having a great season.
Everyone thought you guys were going to be bottom 4. So
yeah, even if they don't make the finals this season, they just finished outside the A. That's pretty good for them, considering where everyone just predicted them to be at the start of the season. So
Yep, I agree. But the GWS, just for everyone at home, they've got Brisbane at Brisbane, then they got Freo at home, and then they got the Bulldogs at Ballarat. So they got a hard run, man.
Tough run.
Very tough run. All right, let's go next game, guys. Just before we go, up the Bombers. Joey, the runner, reckons Hogan to win the Coleman medal. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I haven't seen the Coleman medal. What's going on? Hawk support. It was a great game. Hey?
Hogan's leaving the Coleman right now.
Oh, is he? Okay. So Carl, how are you, man? Welcome in, Zakal. Welcome in. Okay. Next game, guys, was the Bombers versus the Dockers. 13-12-90 defeated the Dockers 14-5-89 by 1 point. Johnny Carlton did tell us to tip the Bombers, but I went Freo.
Same.
They have that was like a saving their season win, that win. So, good on them. I did not see that happening, and I've never seen someone cheer that much for a point when they scored that point. So, they did well. It was a good game to watch. But yeah, where does it leave Freo? I don't know. I still think they're going to make finals. I think they've got, at home they're going to be hard to beat. But the Bombers did what they had to do, and they got a win. So that's good on them. They're still in the hunt for a final berth, but I still don't think. I still think they're way off, but. Yeah, I'm not sure who they got coming up. They got this week. They got Gold Coast this week, so they could win that. And I think they got Brisbane.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. Then they got Brisbane, eh?
No, they got Gold Coast at Marvel. Then they got Sydney at Marvel. Then they have Brisbane at the Gabba. So
yeah, I think Sydney could probably get their mojo back, and I think Essendon misses out. Sorry, Bomber supporters, but I think they miss out. But We'll see what happens. But Freo still, I think they still look the goods. They were just, but it was a good win for the Bombers. King of the North. What are your thoughts, man?
Yep, it was a good game. They like giving their supporters heart attacks, I think. The Bombers supporters, and don't write Dockers off because they were still pretty outstanding, even though they went down by a point. Amos 4 goals, Tracy 3 goals, Sarong, Brayshaw had killer games. So yeah, they're up and about. For Essendon, Stringer 4 goals, Gresham 3 goals, Cordwell 32 disposals, Parrish 34 disposals. So they just got that. They just got the bounce of the ball, and Merritt got the kick, and just lucky to get that goal at the end. But they got the win. So with what was it, 32 seconds to go or 25 seconds to go, and they've won the centre bounce and got it out. So just very, very, very lucky to get the win. But they're not. I don't think they're going to be top 8, and the Dockers will be.
Blips, let us know your thoughts, man.
I mean, this Fremantle, absolutely. Come on, Fremantle. The one tip I get wrong, Fremantle. I would have gone perfect 9 for 9 this week. Hence, but I just Essendon give as much as I hate them, you're gonna give credit where it's due. I mean, I thought they were gone. Like watching that game, I was thinking they're not coming back. Has got this win, and then in the last quarter, the Bombers just came the cards. They put it all over Fremantle, and obviously Sam Durham with the game. And Essendon somehow managed to win. They saved their season. Fremantle, I think they'll still make the A, but I don't think they'll make the top 4. Yeah, just Essendon saved their season. I don't think Essendon will make the A. I just can't see it happening. I mean, they had to bounce back after that putrid performance against the Saints 2 weeks ago, and you saw the videos of the fans abusing the players. I was like, they're gonna. So they did what they did. So yeah, you gotta give credit to Essendon. I don't think they're still. I think still they won't make the 8. Tough run home. Fremantle should have won that game. Not worried about them. Just one loss is what it is, and on to next week. So credit to the Bombers.
Johnny Carlton, you did say that the Bombers were going to win this one. I remember you did say that, and I was like, nah, no way. After what they dished up last week, but congratulations on the tip. Can the Bombers make the finals? And are Freo? Do you still think Freo will make it as well?
Look, I told you. I said to you, the Bombers are going to win. They're like, no, you don't know what you're on about. Well, clearly I do. You know what's funny? A week ago, they were chucking scarves on the ground. They were abusing their players, and now they're up and about. They say, "Oh, season's not done yet." Man, this season is amazing. Anyways, amazing. It's just bizarre. 1 week this, 1 week that. It's bizarre. Look, obviously, it was a much needed win. The season is still online, but I don't think Essendon are making the finals. I think they needed to win games before this. They're going up against 2 of the top teams in the top 4. I think they left it a bit too late. Look, Freo, I don't know, man. I tell you, this is another team that can't play well in Melbourne, man. And I'm telling you, they needed to win this to show why they can play September football in Melbourne. And I don't know. I feel like they're only a home team final, mate. I don't see them finishing top 4. So if they don't finish 5th or 6th, then they're in trouble, mate. They have to either come to Melbourne or they're going to go away. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, they just can't play well in Melbourne, and it's bizarre, but. The Bombers get it done, mate, and we move on to next week. So,
do you reckon Port's got a better? We play well in Melbourne. Port
plays well in Melbourne. I think Port play well in Melbourne. I think Brisbane play good. I think Brisbane play good at the G. I don't think Brisbane play well at Marvel, except for what they did at St Kilda. But we'll bring that up soon. But I feel like but
they don't play good team.
I feel like
Hey?
Sydney and Freo are the
Brisbane.
only two teams that can't play well in
Yeah.
in Melbourne. So
Team Cuddle Guy, which is Maddie, goes, the only team I'm struggling with at the moment is Port. They need to win a final for me to believe. Yeah, we'll see how we go, man. I know last time we won a final was 2021 and then we lost. So it's been a while between drinks. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go.
I'm
Both
surprised if they lost to Melbourne next week.
they could,
Yeah,
man. We could, but I'm hoping not. Both next games
Well,
at Melbourne, and they're outside Melbourne teams. Yeah, true. Essendon come back and win the game at the end. Yes, they did. Zakal, are you a Port fan, Chris? Yep, I am a Port fan. You can see my scarf. 100% Port fan. 100%. All right. Next game, guys, is the Saints versus the Lions. 5-9-39 to 19-10-124. Massive score there from the Lions. It's pretty much like the Port Adelaide game. Not as bad, but it is. Just I watched the highlights of this game, and Brisbane just were all over them. Like every time Brisbane would go forward, they would just goal, goal, goal. They had no. St Kilda just had no answers. I think Mateus Philippou was probably one of their better players, but other than that, you can't really say much about St Kilda. They beat Essendon last week. They smashed them, and then this week they were not the same team, but they weren't playing the same team as well. So Brisbane are a different beast, man. They're a different beast. I love their young guns, Ashcroft and Fletcher. I think they're awesome. They when they get the ball, man, they punish you. So no, they're a good side. And Neil was good as well. Lockie Neal was good, and their forwards are really good. Can't remember his name. What's the forward?
Danaher.
No, not Danaher. The other guy, the shorter guy. What's his name?
Hipwood, McCarthy,
No.
Cameron, Morris,
No.
Omen,
No.
Rayner.
That's the one. Rayner. That's the one. Rayner. Yeah, Rayner's a gun. So yeah, he was on fire.
Yeah.
He was
King
on
of the
fire.
North is not supposed to know the players, Chris. See, come on, get your
Man,
act together.
I can't. I'm not a big Brisbane fan. I'm not a big Brisbane fan, so I don't really. I knew who he was, but when you said the name, so
Yeah.
But Brisbane, they to me right now, they're the premiership favourite. They look unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
So they look good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, King of the North.
Yep, good game. They're entitled to be in top spot in a couple of weeks. I think they'll go past Sydney and take the minor premiership. And they're going after another flag, or trying to get a flag.
Yeah,
Even though they got knocked over by Collingwood last year, but they're going again.
21 years in the making for Brisbane, so it's been a while.
Yep,
they're looking good.
And for St Kilda to change from they played probably the best game of footy that I've seen a team play in a long time last week, to then play their old shit rubbish St Kilda game again. It was just terrible, wasn't it? So quite disappointing. And but it just goes to show how good Brisbane are. They just put them to the sword. So and probably goes to show how bad Essendon are.
Yep, 100%, King, 100%. Swoops, any comments on this game?
I mean, I was at a family dinner, so I couldn't really watch the game, but all I had to do was just check the score during the game. I'm like, that said everything I need to know. So obviously when I got home, I replayed the game, watched a couple of the highlights, but yeah, no explanation needed. Brisbane by far the best team in the league right now, like 9 in a row, and they're flying. Everyone, all their players cooking right now. St Kilda, you never know what you're going to get with St Kilda. I mean, last week, absolutely demolished Essendon. I was like King of the North just said, probably their best game they've ever played. And then against the Lions, absolutely manhandled. There's just no there was no fight, no desire to win. So yeah, pretty much that. Brisbane, yeah, I think they're premiership favourites. I think they're going to win the flag. If I had to pick a team right now to win the flag, it's them. Like, I can't see anyone right now beating them. And you don't want to play Brisbane first week of finals in Brisbane. So yeah. So yeah.
No, we did that last year.
Absolutely.
Port did that last year.
Yeah, you guys got absolutely destroyed. But yeah,
We did.
we know what it's like. We know what it's like to be Brisbane though. But anyways, not about us. But yeah, credit to Brisbane. Credit to Brisbane for the win. I think they're gonna go this time. They're gonna win the flag this year. Just after last year's grand final loss and the way they're playing right now, I think no one's gonna beat them. No one at yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say. Brisbane runaway favourites in my opinion. So and if all goes well with us beating the Swans, they will take first place. So
Yeah, I think they'll. Yeah, I reckon they can finish top. But this season, before we go to Johnny Carlton, this season's brought up so many twists and turns, and it right now looks like Brisbane are the team, but we get to grand final day, we don't know, man. We do not know. That's what I think. I think it's not that clear cut.
And the crazy thing is, we've still got 3 more weeks left of the home and away season, so it could get even more crazier. You never know.
Yeah, I know. We'll see what happens, man. Johnny Carlton, you love your team, Brizzy. I know you do like them. They're like your second team. You must have been happy with this win.
Mate, happy, mate. Happy second lines supporter. Yeah, no. They have a spot close thing to my heart. But yeah, look, all my mates are Brizzy, so we watched the game together. It was a good game. We were just sitting back. I think they're the real deal. I think they are. I think if you beat Brisbane in the finals, I think you're winning the flag. So it's crazy. Look. Brisbane. 9 weeks ago, everyone was writing them off. I told you 9 weeks ago that they're never going to lose another game for the rest of the season. And 9 weeks later, they still haven't lost a game. So Johnny Carlton says what he says, and it comes true, mate. So I love these boys out there. At least, as I said, Rayner, killing it. Neil could win another Brownlow, could go back to back. He's in amazing form. Darcy Wilmot, another young boy that just surprises. Ashcroft, Morris, the Fletcher, Lohman, like these young boys just stepping up. So they look the goods, Brisbane, and I think they're going to continue it. So
Team Cuddle Guy, which is Maddie, goes, but Johnny, they still need to prove they can play at the G. I think they win at the G this year? Did they win at the G?
They've won at the G many times this year.
Oh, okay.
They beat Melbourne.
They beat the D's, yeah.
They were just struggling at Marvel.
Everyone thinks because they lost the grand final last year they can't play well in Melbourne. Remember, it was only under a goal, yeah.
No, it was not even just that. It's just before that they
had struggled. I think before that they did struggle.
Yeah, but it was media in their head. They can easily play well in Melbourne, easily.
Yeah. Brisbane 10 wins in a row this week. Jeez, far out, crazy. Yeah, they're the informed team. All right, guys. I did have this graphic up. I know we've talked about it before, but it's just no finals are locked in. So there you go, guys. No finalists are locked in. So even Sydney, I know it looks like they are, but they could mathematically miss. But it's very rare. Sydney should make it. All right, AFL ladder, guys. I know on TikTok you guys can't see the ladder. If you want to jump onto our YouTube channel to see it, but Sydney is still first. They copped a percentage whack, 126.1 now. So yeah, they've come down a lot after that belting from Port Adelaide. Brisbane are coming. They're on the way. A loss this week to Sydney, probably see Brisbane jump them. And so they're going for that top spot. Port Adelaide's third. They jumped from I think 7th to 3rd with that massive percentage boost. 113.6 now. Greater Western Sydney is 4th. Now, if you are a non-Victorian, that top 4, you got to smile, guys. You got to smile. Us non-Victorians, we love seeing that. So it's great to see. It's great to see. It doesn't happen often. It does not happen often. Rarely happens. Geelong is in 5th. Frio's in 6th. Bulldogs and Carlton 7 and 8. So as you can see, that top 8 is real tight. Basically, Bulldogs and Carlton the same points, but they're just one game out of the top four as well. Essendon are coming at ninth. They're 2 points off Carlton. Hawks are 4 points off Carlton. So that game there, Carlton Hawthorn, kind of like a mini final, I guess. I mean, Carlton can still make it if they lose, but yeah, it's a very important game for both clubs. Collingwood 11th, so they can still make it. Melbourne technically can still make it, but I don't think they will.
No.
It's too far gone. Gold Coast, they're out. St Kilda's 14th out. Adelaide's out. West Coast out. North Melbourne's out. Richmond get the wooden spoon, and there you have it, guys. That is your ladder. Any surprises there?
No, I just think from us below, your season's over. You're just playing for pride, so
Yeah,
nothing really.
like Port Adelaide going to third is a big one for me because I'm a Port Adelaide supporter, so a huge one for me. And seeing Carlton at 8th is weird to me because I've seen them up the top all the time, so that's a
hilarious.
Weird.
So
it's just weird for me because I was so used to seeing up the top, and it's just it's strange. And the Bulldogs, in 7th spot is good to see as well. So, how about you guys, Johnny Carlton and King of the North? Any comments on the ladder?
Still 3 weeks to go, mate. It can change like that.
It changed like last weekend. This ladder changed from 1 week to the next, so it can happen again.
100%. These are cooked now. Team
might be able to sneak in. I don't know. Maybe one team can sneak
GX ICY double T goes Fremantle versus Brisbane Granny. Did you see Dustin Munn and Tom Hawks? Yeah, we did talk about that earlier. These are cooked. Did you see? Yeah, we saw that. It's too close to call yet. It is very close. It is very close. So I can't wait for the last round, the podcast, and see where this ladder is going to be. It's going to be interesting. All right, guys. It is that time. That Johnny Carlton banana time. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Johnny Carlton's banana of the week. Who gets the banana, Johnny? Who gets it?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this to him because I love him. Johnny Carlton's round 21 banana of the week goes to Carlton's Mitch McGovern.
Mitch McGovern gets the banana. There we go.
Look, as I said, it's game on the line, and even a point, mate. Even a point. It was nowhere near. It was nowhere near it. I don't know what he was trying to do. He was just trying to kick it as far as he could. It's just rightly off the boot. It was just Look, as I said, I don't like giving the bananas to my boys, but I'm gonna be mutual, and Mitch McGovern is round 21 banana of the week.
And he'll come out and have a blinder next week.
Exactly. The bananas always have a blinder the next. So Mitch McGovern is going to have a blind on Sunday. I'm telling you right now. The Governator.
Good man, Johnny. Team Cuddles reckons. And everyone's having a bit of a laugh, which is good. All right. Now we're going to do the fixture, guys. So we're going to do our tips, and then we'll get out of here. So you might have a bold call in there. You got a bold call this week? All right.
Sure do.
If you got a bold call, Swoops, you can always say one as well if you like. It's up to you. Just let us know as we go through. All right, fixture. Here we go. Friday. No. Oh, this is the wrong fixture. Sorry. Here we no.
Round 22.
I'm on the wrong fixture, man.
Sorry, man, what are you doing?
We've lost the
I
plot,
thought you're
bro.
a professional operator. What's going on? Got screens everywhere.
Oh, shit. What have I done? Hold on, guys. Give us a sec.
What do you have?
Give us a sec. Shit. This is what happens when you're not concentrating. What? Let me just double check if that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Is that the one?
Sydney
Well,
Collingwood?
round 22.
No, doesn't look like it.
Shit. Guys, I haven't got it. I thought I had it. I must have done the wrong one. I'm so sorry. Guys, we're just going to do it through the phone.
I'll do it.
All right, you do it. You do it.
Take over, Johnny Carlton.
Take over, man.
All right.
Take over, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Friday night football. We have Sydney take on Collingwood at the SCG 740. Boys, tips?
You got to go to somebody.
Chris C?
Sydney vs Collingwood. After watching Sydney last week, and how bad they were, they have to bounce back, man. I'm gonna go Sydney in a close one. Sydney in a close one. Have to.
King of the North?
DeGoey's a big out, and I think Sydney will bounce back. Surely.
Swoopsy?
Well, big here. I think it'll be. I don't even know. I'm obviously backing my boys, Collingwood. So Collingwood by 31 points. I think we're gonna
31.
31 points.
We're gonna-
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
we're gonna give it to them. I just have a good feeling about it. You know, like yes, the goal is a big out, but mate, Swans just got fun by 112 points, and I recorded Sydney's not good, but something tells me now that 2 wins on the board. We're trying to get final spot. The boys are gonna turn it on and just cruise past the Swans. So yeah, Pies by 31.
I'm going to go the opposite. I feel like the Swans are back this week, and I'm going Sydney by 18 points. So
18 points.
yeah. All right. Kick off. First game of the Saturday. It's 1:45 at the Gabba. Brisbane take on the Giants. Chris C?
No one's going to be beating Brisbane at the Gabba. So Brisbane for me, they're gonna win by about 40 points.
Yeah. King of the North, do you think 10 in a row is happening?
I think so, and I think it's going to be a big win, 30 or 40 points as well.
Soupsy, can you see in a tsunami attack, or do you think the Lions are too good?
I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I just can't see the Giants winning. So I'll go Brisbane by like 20 points.
And I'm going Brisbane as well. All right, the most exciting game of the round, 17th versus 16th. North Melbourne take on West Coast at Marvel Stadium. Everyone's going to probably be watching this game. So, Chris C, North versus West Coast, Marvel.
Well, if it was in the West, I'd go West Coast. But because it's at Marvel, I'm going to go North Melbourne. I think they play it well, better than West Coast. So, yeah, North Melbourne for me.
King of the North, you think back-to-back for the first time in 3 years for North Melbourne?
I think so, yep. And, lucky kick another 5.
Swipsy, agree with King of the North, or are you going the opposite?
North Melbourne already beat West Coast in Perth, so I think at Marvel it's gonna North easy. So,
and I'm going North too. All right, next game, top of the eight clash. We got Freo taking on Geelong at Optus Stadium, Saturday afternoon twilight. Can the Dockers come back, or do you think the Cats can take over the Dockers, Chris C? What do you reckon?
I reckon Freo bounce back at home. I think we're going to see they're going to expose Geelong for what they are, and it's going to be, I reckon, 25 points, 35 goal performance.
King of the North?
Yep, I'm going Freo at home as well.
Swipsy?
Yeah, Freo at home.
Right.
That's a good home.
All right, I guess we're all going Freo, so that's good. All right, first Saturday night game. The Bombers take on the Gold Coast at Marvel Stadium. Must-win game for the Bombers. Chris, do you think Gold Coast can break their streak? Do you think they can win an away game?
Nah,
do you think the Bombers are too good?
The Bombers aren't too good. It's just they're playing for something, so they're gonna turn. I think the Bombers will turn up, but have they lost They lost Dersman, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did.
So it's I mean, he's not that massive out, but he's still an out. I'm gonna go Bombers, just because it's at home and Gold Coast never win at home. So we thought they were gonna win away last week, and they didn't. So no, Bombers for me, man.
King of the North, do you think your boy Sam Flanders can take them over the line this week?
Another duck egg.
Nah, Bombers.
Bombers, yeah, probably by a decent score as well, 20 points.
Swoopsy, Bombers or the Gold Coast?
Bold call. Suns to win by 15. You heard it here first.
50?
Suns by 50?
No, 15.
Oh, 15.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that could happen.
And, Carlton and Collingwood fans don't agree on everything, but this time I'm agreeing with Swoopsy. I'm going the Gold Coast as well.
The Gold Coast as well.
The Gold Coast.
Wow.
See how powerful you guys are together?
That's right. What a combination, you two.
Now, the next Saturday night, can the special marks of Petrakis cooking get Melbourne over the line against the Never Tear Us Apart Port Adelaide? Chris C, your boys are in action. You reckon you got it over the line, or do you think Melbourne are going to cause you an upset, mate? What do you reckon?
Look, I'm never confident, but Port, I can't, after they beat what they did to Sydney, I can't go against my team. So I'm going to go Port, but, you know, they could lose, but no, Port to make a statement and start to turn heads. Because at the moment, it's still 112-point win. We're not turning any heads yet. So we gotta smack Melbourne at the MCG. So Port by a lot. 50 points. Here we go.
50.
King, do you think Melbourne can tear them apart?
No, I don't. I think Port play well in Melbourne. It's like their second home ground, and I think Port will win quite nicely as well.
Swoopsy, Melbourne or Port? Who are you going?
Yeah, Port Adelaide for me. Just Melbourne are done so. Port by like 30.
I mean, Carlton.
Look,
Don't do it.
I think Melbourne don't have nothing to lose, and I think they're just going to play with pride. And I think Port Adelaide are playing with they're going to make a couple of mistakes, and I think Melbourne are going to beat them in a close one. To be honest, only because it's in Melbourne. If it was in Adelaide, Port by a lot, but just because it's in Melbourne, anything could happen.
Yep. All
right. We move on to Sunday. First game. The mini final. Can Cripper's Army tackle the Hawks, Chris C?
This is a tough. I reckon this is the game of the round. There's nothing bigger than this one coming up. All eyes are going to be on this game. Carlton have to win, man. There is. I don't care. I know you say they can make the finals afterwards as well, but they've had a good slide. If you look at the season, it hasn't been too bad. And if they don't win, they're letting the whole club down. Like they're gonna have to bring their A game. I'm gonna go Carlton just because they need to win. They need to win, and they're gonna rock up, and they're gonna I think we're gonna see the continuation of what they were playing like in that last quarter. And I think Hawks have maybe they're starting to get a bit tired. There's a lot of young. There's a lot of young players in the Hawks, and it's going to come to a point where they're going to run out of legs, and this might be the time. So yeah, Carlton for me.
Swoopsy, Carlton or Hawthorn? I'm going to go to you first, Swoopsy. Carlton or Hawthorn?
Mate, this is a tough game. But I didn't know who to pick, but both teams need a win. I think both teams are going to play really well, but I'm just going to edge it to the Hawks. I think, personally, after the loss against the Giants, they should have won that. I think they're going to come here. They're going to beat the Blues into a close one. Hawks by 4 points.
Well, obviously, no surprises from Collingwood fans, so you always knew that was going to happen. King of the North, your first team versus your third team. You've loved the Hawks this year. But are you a blue bagger, and do you think Cripper's Army can take over the Hawks?
Carlton by 60.
Oh! What? You've lost the plot, man.
He's seen one Hawthorn loss, and he's going, "Fuck this shit up."
No. I've seen these boys getting tired. So they didn't look like the Hawthorn of 2 weeks ago. So I think they are right for the taking.
And I think we're going to shut all Collingwood supporters up, and we're going to shut the whole AFL up. And I think Cripper's Army is back this week, and I think the Baggers are going to get the win over the Hawks.
Go the Baggers.
It's going to be a big game, man.
We'll see.
Are we going to see you on? Are you going to be on the? If Carlton lose, you're going to be back next week or what?
Yes. Sorry for the inconvenience on Sunday. I was still numb after the game. Keelan North, you took it brilliantly. I watched that show after.
That was rubbish. What are you talking about? It was. I had a shocker.
You did amazing, mate.
Jeez.
All right. Next game. The new name, the Wooden Spooners, take on the St Kilda at 3:20 at the MCG. Maddie's game, they call it. So Chris C, Tigers, can they cause an upset? Or do you think the Saints are going to have one more win of 2024?
Yeah, I think St Kilda are a better team than Richmond at the moment. So I reckon St Kilda is it at the MCG?
Of course, mate. It's always at the MCG when
Their
Richmond
last
play.
2 games at the MCG.
Maybe the Tigers, but then I don't know. No, I reckon the Saints should get the job done. So
King of the North, the Tigers or the Saints?
Saints bounce back.
Everyone's saying Tigers in the
Tigers or Saints?
He's frozen? No.
Oopsie, Tigers or Saints, mate?
What's happening, man? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, bro.
Oh
wait, Here we go.
I just think Maddie's game. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Technical difficulties, but I just think, I just think Maddie's game, and I think hearing the news Dusty's retired, I just think Tigers are going to get up for this one. So, and I just think the game's at the G, right? Or was that Marvel?
Yeah,
G.
Is that? Yeah, G. Yeah, Tigers. You know what? I'm going big for. I think Tigers are going to roll them. I think Tigers by 29 points. There's something just tells me they're gonna come out, do it for Dusty, and do it for Maddie's game. So Tigers by 29 for me.
I agree. I think they're going to do it for Dusty too. I'm going the Tigers as well. I think it's their last win of the year, so I think the Tigers for me.
Yeah.
Now, the last game. We're going over to shitty Adelaide. It's the Adelaide Crows take on the mighty Bulldogs.
No, you loved Adelaide. What are you talking about? You loved it.
Oh, Chris C. Can the Crows cause an upset? But you can't because Chris C always can't tip against Adelaide.
He's banned. He's banned from tipping against Adelaide. So bad luck.
We all know where Chris C's going. So
Western Bulldogs, Bulldogs. But I can see the Crows doing something. So, but yeah, Bulldogs for me.
King of the North, the Crows or the Dogs?
Bulldogs too good. They're in good form.
Doopsy, Bulldogs or the Crows?
I mean, I could see an Adelaide upset, but Bulldogs are on fire. So Doggies by 40.
And ladies and gentlemen, he's left
Get
it
the
to
bold
last.
call out.
Oh, my God.
Round 22, bold call of the week.
Here we go.
And I think the Crows are going to get their final win in Adelaide. And I think the Crows are going to beat the Doggies in a close one. The Big Bear is going to kick 5.
The
You
Bear.
heard it here first.
Oh, geez, the Bear.
HFD Media. Anyways, guys, that's round 22, all presented by Johnny Carlton.
That was good, man. I'm going to get you to do that every week now, all right?
Yeah, you need to do this every week. Far out, that was awesome.
We found a gem, mate. See, I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, guys. Well, that is the end of the show. And, guys, it's been a great show. We've had a lot of people in the chat on TikTok. We've had a few people on our YouTube channel as well. So I want to thank everyone for coming in and supporting us tonight. It wasn't. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. I thought the two were going to bash each other in the live, but it was quite tame. It was pretty good. It was good. So
That's good. Yep.
Johnny Carlton and Swoops did a good job. Said what they had to say, and good show, guys. If you're brand new, as I said before the start of the show, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, give us a follow. We will be back doing our watch-alongs on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So make sure you guys are following us on YouTube so you can come and see us there. The King is always awesome on there. As I said, he had a record people watching him the other day. So go and subscribe to our channel, guys. If you're on TikTok, the link is in our bio on YouTube. So we do some watch-alongs on TikTok as well, but yeah, mostly on YouTube. Also check out our merchandise, guys. HFD merch, myspreadshop.com.au for all your HFD merch. Guys, before we do go, any final words? Let's go King of the North first.
Big weekend of watch-alongs. So we'll be doing Sydney Collingwood on Friday night. We'll then be doing Brisbane GWS on Saturday and have the scoreboard up for North and West Coast. Then we're going to do the Melbourne Port game on Saturday night. Yep. Then the big one on Sunday, I'll be doing Carlton and Hawthorn on Sunday, having a break, and then doing the Bulldogs and Adelaide on Sunday night. Then after the footy, then it's me and Johnny Carlton back again. The man returns Sunday night. They join us for after the game on Sunday, and we will take you through all of the games and have a chat to the chat. And we might even sneak in a fan cam this weekend. You never do know.
Awesome. Swoops, anything you want to say to Johnny Carlton? I know that you guys are arch nemesis. You guys, So
Before I say what I need to say about Carlton, good to be on the show. Yeah, it's great. It was a great episode. Did what we talked about, what we need to talk about. Brag about the Pies win. Just talked about what was a crazy week of footy. Looking forward to this week. Hoping the boys get the job done in Sydney. I'll be so honest. If we win in Sydney, book us a final spot. I think we'll easily book. Because no, you gotta think about it. We don't leave Melbourne for the rest of the season, so yeah, I think we'll make a final spot. If we beat the Swans, hopefully we get the job done. I won't be able to watch the game. I have plans that same night, so I'll try my best to tune in, try watch on care, and I'll look forward to the game of Sunday, elimination final, Carlton Hawthorn. Just I want Carlton to lose for obvious reasons. I like the Hawks. They're like my second team, so if there's a team, if we don't make the finals, I'll be rooting for the Hawks. But yeah, looking forward to what was been a great episode. Talked about everything. If you're a Carlton supporter, there's just never ever I don't want to hear no talk about us coming from any Carlton supporter's mouth. Just worst season. We've had our worst season in years, and we still beat you twice, which is just embarrassing for you guys, considering you guys a couple of weeks ago premiership contenders, by the way. So that's what I was hearing. I was hearing from Johnny Carlton that they were going to win the flag after a couple of weeks, but yeah, look what happens when you play us. Yeah, you're owners, but all jokes. Been a great episode. And, hopefully for Johnny's sake and King of the North's sake, they win against the Hawks, because if you guys lose to Hawthorn, I don't know.
We won't lose to Hawthorn.
Hopefully you're right.
Awesome to have you on the show.
Yeah. Where can did you want me to plug you? Like where can people find you if they want to follow you or anything like that?
On TikTok, Daycross Season 23. You know where to find me. I'm just a Carlton fan, really. So videos and all that. Hopefully I'll go live with Maddie after the game, after Sunday. Just talk about the week, and then hopefully I'll be back here next Tuesday to talk about another crazy week of footy, and that's all I've got to say.
Beautiful. All right, go check him out. Maddie's another guy. He's another Collingwood creator, and on TikTok he's a really cool guy. If you guys, I don't know what his name is on there. I think it's Cuddles at the moment. Cuddles something. Yeah, go check him out. He does some awesome lives. Johnny Carlton was on there the other night. He was I heard him on there. And Johnny Carlton.
Well, boys, thank you. Swoops, thank you for having me on the show. Just remember, there's only one book in Melbourne, all right? So shove that book up your ass. Don't steal my ideas. Don't steal the ideas. That's Johnny's book, mate. Johnny's book. Johnny's book, one and only book here, mate. One and only book.
The books are out. Jeez, there's books everywhere.
Anyways, Sunday, we'll see you there. After the game, I'll be there. We'll see you, me, and the King of the North smiling. Go the Baggers, and
the Baggers.
Next week, stay hunky.
Take care. Spike your hair, and remember, guys, as Johnny Carlton just said, stay hunky. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Stay hunky.